Well, I'm very excited about this collaboration. I know he is too. Let's get Omer on the call.
Hey everyone, thanks for having us. We're super excited to join today and generally to join the Jupyter community.
Omer, for anyone who hasn't actually come across Chaos Labs, how would you describe the kind of unique value that you guys drive with your partners?
Yeah, so Chaos Labs is an industry-leading risk and optimization platform focused on DeFi protocols. Our platform basically manages financial parameters across applications. For applications like Jupyter, it could be open interest caps, max P&L per trader, borrowing fees, max leverage per market, withdrawal fees, and so on.
So what can like the end user kind of expect after, like, let's say the engagement goes well, the partnership goes well, what does it actually look like practically for a JLP holder or for a Jupyter Perps trader?
The first thing that we're going to be launching and will be open like basically as a public good for the Jupyter community is the Chaos Labs risk platform. So this is like a platform which is very focused on granular kind of risk metrics and understanding value at risk across the system at any given time. The way that users will interact with Chaos Labs is indirectly, right? It'll culminate in the fees that they're seeing on the platform, the markets they can trade, the leverage that they can take. Basically, users should be able to do what they want to do in the confines of kind of the risk frameworks which are defined.
Can you tell the people a little bit about the work that you're going to be doing on the Oracle side?
Basically, the engagement is kind of split into three prongs, and then the third one being kind of the Oracle as well. The first is monitoring and observability, right? So you can only optimize what you can measure. You need to be able to have a 360 view of what's happening on the platform at any moment. For any Oracle-based MM, all of the prices are being derived externally. There are a lot of challenges in terms of economic security that come along with this. Think about it this way. When you're using leverage, the distance between the price you're reporting to what's observed on other platforms is magnified by the times of that leverage. So if we're on 100x, every kind of misprint is amplified 100 times. So we last year did the first publicly announced audit for Chainlink low latency oracles. Now we're extending that across the industry for all oracles. And we're going to do that now for Jupyter to make sure that Jupyter users are getting the best execution at any given moment.
Very cool. Question here for Meow from the audience here. Some potential overlap between what Chaos and Gauntlet are doing. Can you talk about the decision to work with both of them as partners?
I mean, obviously, I think both of them are pretty awesome, right? And more crucially, right, there are a lot of things, for example, the Oracle stuff, right, that Chaos have actually proven themselves to be really, really good at, right, and really, really focused on. We are actually going to be making quite a lot of changes to how we engineer the oracles. But working in Chaos will also be a very different dimension to look into it, right? Because the oracle will look at more code and system execution, right? Whereas Chaos will look at the oracle system more from like a operational performance kind of dimension. Actually, Omar, do you want to speak a bit on that? Like why being able to see and understand the oracle things from more than just a code level is so important,
Every single settlement, swap, liquidation, position origination is powered and bundled with Oracle data. At the same time, it's been pretty opaque. So there isn't a lot of transparency, there isn't a lot of standards in accountability. And this isn't specifically to any type of Oracle provider. It's just been something that's been accepted as a piece of infrastructure. If you look broadly, like across the industry, Oracle exploits one way or another are at the root or kind of significant in kind of every type of exploit that we've seen. Recognizing this and speaking to our customers, that's when we understood that we needed to be able to provide support here.
And especially on Solana, I know there's been times in the past where it's been trickier. And so the goal is to make it more resilient and more strong and reliable going forward. Where can people go learn more about how you guys think about this stuff?
First is we're on Twitter, so chaos_labs. That's a Twitter account. Also feel free to DM me, Omer A. Goldberg. It's on the slides here. And then besides that, just Chaos Labs at XYZ. We're extremely active, always in touch with the community. So feel free to ask any questions. We're going to be posting a lot of research, looking to get everybody's feedback.
One question, bro. What happened, man? Like you looked different. What happened to the photo, man? Like you had nothing.
Yeah, we're working on something big right now. I'll be able to share it very soon. And the deal that I made with the team is that I'm not shaving until we're done with the thing that we're working on shipping. So soon I'll be shaved, but until then, the beard stays.